are back to Republic at War, and today we're gonna do something totally different. I don't know if you guys have watched my videos talking about the big, huge mistake that I made while recording this video, but basically, I forgot to set my recording software to record the microphone, so there's a lot of footage but without any commentary, leading to what I think it's a boring gameplay. But I'm here to fix that. You can check in the description the 3 exact moments where each episode starts, or the highlights of that episode. So if you want to watch episode 34, or of course the highlights of that episode, you can simply click on, for example, minute 19 and seconds 54, and you'll be there beginning to watch that part of the video.
Under attack.
We're gonna start episode 32 with the defense of Naboo. I didn't have a lot of hope to win. Actually, none at all. As you can see in the map, there are 5 Local Hulk battleships, and I only had a space station level 2, I think, and a couple of Naboo fighters. And that's why I wanted to fight this battle, just to make sure that the Naboo fighters were actually good, because I was recruiting a couple of them, and maybe they are better than the regular Republic fighters, but I'm not really sure. So as you can see, we're trying to destroy at least one ship. I'm focusing on that Recursion destroyer. I'm not sure if it's gonna be destroyed by the end of this battle, but I hope it is. I have a Dreadnought incoming. Maybe it's enough to take it down. Well, the health is going critical. Most systems on the back of the ship are down. But since the Lurker Hulks are approaching and the waves of fighters and bombers, droid fighters and bombers are approaching, we're starting to take damage on the space station, and the computer is saying we're taking damage on the space station, and I think it's gonna go down. I'm not sure right now, but yeah, probably. I haven't checked I actually don't remember. I have watched this video. There we go. It's gone. So I destroyed a Recursion destroyer. Funny, right? But it's not enough to hold against the waves of Lurker Hulks, droid vultures, and droid bombers. So in a second or so, I'm gonna move my Naboo fighters, the ones that are still alive, try to kill a couple of vulture droids and go to the back of the map and just retreat, because there's no point.
To hyperspace.
So there we go, we are gonna jump in hyperspace any second. Now we lost, Naboo isn't right now under blockade because we lost this battle. And there we go, we got away. Now this is the battle over FELUCIA. We had a big fleet. I wanted to, warp in. Warp is like it's a Star Trek thing, right? Well, we did hyperspace in the battle with the entire fleet. I just wanted a single Venator, so I could call the other ships as I wanted, but apparently the game did not allow me to do that. I'm gonna send of course all the fighters first, and then all the bombers probably, because that's just how I do. I believe, yeah, that's Obi-Wan right there leading the charge. I hope he's strong enough to secure the droid, no, secure the fighter firefight in the battle. The fighter supremacy, that's what I wanted to say. They do have a couple of systems there. Jesus Christ, I can't speak today. Satellites, not systems. And we're gonna take them down. It's gonna be an easy battle. We just need to focus on the space station, because they do have a couple of ships outside. Those are Union frigates and a droid carrier that is simply surrounded and almost destroyed. I don't have a lot of things to talk about, because I don't remember what the hell I was thinking when I was recording this. So I'm gonna try to, maybe describe what's happening. We are right now sending our waves and waves of bombers and fighters into their space station. There we go. There are bombers shooting torpedoes. Vanquishers coming in. I'm gonna keep my acclimators in the back because I don't want to lose them. Probably they're not gonna. They wouldn't be destroyed, but I just want to make sure. And any second now. Again, this is not a long battle. We're fighting over FELUCIA. And the next thing we're gonna do is actually invade the planet of FELUCIA. So we're gonna have the Battle of FELUCIA going on in just a couple of minutes, I guess. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm just, watching the video and simply, commentating? Yeah, commentating on the background. I hope it doesn't get really weird because of the sound of the recording with me talk. I don't know, whatever. I hope it's okay. Alright, the Venators are approaching. I'm gonna start beaming the space station. And I think we haven't got any beams left in this battle. It's gonna go down any second now. I'm looking to the, I don't know what I'm looking at. Probably the debris of the, around the satellites, maybe? Yeah, just speed up, Bellum. Just speed up the battle. Oh yeah, we had a transport right there that I did not notice. But it's gonna get destroyed. There we go. And now we're gonna jump into the invasion of FELUCIA. You can see that I'm taking a look around the map. It's pretty cool, really well done. It's a really hostile environment. Our units do take casualties or damage if they're vehicles while walking around the planet, which is, annoying as hell. But since it's FELUCIA, I think it's okay. I'm gonna call in Ayla Sakura because, of course, she's the one leading the forces in the Clone Wars in FELUCIA. A couple of saber tanks, an ATTE. What else? ARC troopers? Yeah, some ARC troopers. And some ATRTs, I guess. No, maybe not. Oh, maybe yes. Yeah, there we go. ATRTs. It's a long battle, I guess. Longer than... Yeah, it's the longest battle we have today, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, most likely. So, let's start by building a couple of turrets, as always. You see the ATRTs, you saw that egg exploding right there, that green thing there? That makes the units take casualties and damage, which is annoying. So at some point I think I'm gonna have a unit of... Oh, and we have this, I'm gonna have a unit of clones almost dying. But this is a bull rancor, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, bull rancor. There are a couple of types of rancor in FELUCIA. There's a bull rancor, and there's another one, I forgot. Oh, and this is the one from the beginning of the video. Not beginning of the video, but the beginning of this battle that you saw. It's the species that they have there. I don't even know what the hell that is. But actually, searching for a thumbnail, I saw clone troopers actually mounting on those things, which is really cool. And I forgot to say that they have the flak guns in this planet. So it's gonna be a little bit hard to find their base. I'm gonna try to sneak in with my saber tanks, but it's not gonna be hard, but I'm gonna lose all my saber tanks because they do have a lot of AATs. See, I'm searching for the shield, right? I just got past the base and I'm searching for the shield, but it's not gonna work. We're losing all. And there's another type of rancor. It's the... Oh, what was that? Oh, I didn't quite read that. I think it was FELUCIA rancor. It has some kind of a blue and green markings on his body. It's pretty cool that they have some kinds and types of rancors and not the, regular rancors. I'm gonna try to sneak away with this, but nope, it's gone. We lost 2 entire units of saber tanks. Only this sneaking attack in the base. And I forgot to take a look at, but the bull rancor is taking down the ATRTs. God damn it. And I couldn't find the shield. At least not right now. I'm gonna start using the Jedi, Ayla Sakura. I'm gonna call in more saber tanks. And the ATTE, I don't know why I'm not moving that. I thought I had moved somewhere. Yeah, some ATAPs and some ATRTs. A lot of walkers. They're good around the forest of FELUCIA. I mean, there's one part of the battlefield that you can only reach with infantry, and that's that one that I sent Ayla Sakura. So you can't move vehicles around that. It's kind of a swamp, so I don't think the vehicles can. Well, it doesn't make a lot of sense because saber tanks, they do hover, so it would make sense if they just you know, hovered over the swamp. There we go. I'm gonna speed up and see if we can find it. Oh, look at that! It's the shield. I was panicking because I wasn't finding the shield, but right now that's our main objective, to take it down. So all the flak guns will be destroyed. And I'm running to get a infantry turret right there because there are a couple of droids coming in. I know it's a Jedi. She's gonna be able to take them down, but you know, having an anti-infantry turret, it's pretty good. It makes a lot safer. And we do need to take the shield down. Actually, I keep saying shield, but it's actually the power generator. Okay. What else? We're gonna get more turrets. The shield, the power generator is down. All the flak guns are down. We just need to go and take down the light factories because those are the ones creating more and more AAT tanks. And they're pretty strong against basically everything. Alright, more turrets as always. That's my job. Building turrets everywhere. Maybe there should be like a unit of turret building. That would be cool. Alright, sneaking in with the ATRTs and the ATAPs. We're gonna try to take down. There we go. There are a couple of AATs. I'm gonna bomb the place, run out of there, and just wait for the bombing run to come. It's gonna take down, if I'm not mistaken, the... Yeah, there we go. No, that's not what I wanted. But the bomb is right there. There we go. I think it took down the light factory, but not the droid works right there. The droid factory.
What are we waiting for?
And Ayla Sakura is right now running away from a bull rancor. You're pretty tough. Not even a Jedi. But from now on, the ATAPs are gonna take down most of the structures, and they won't have any more reinforcements, and it's gonna be easier. Not meaning that we won't lose soldiers and vehicles, because we had a couple of casualties in this battle. It was not so fun. We can call more reinforcements. Did I call in the Arc Troopers? I totally forgot. Did I use them? I'm not sure right now. Well, anyway. Let's see. A couple of B1s trying to stop the walkers from destroying all the structures. The ATAPs are really good against the tanks, the droid tanks. I mean, 2 or 3, yeah, 3 shots you can destroy one of those. So it's amazing if they've got a lot of light factories in the map. Now it's just a matter of hunting them down, I guess. And I thought that beetle there, it's a FELUCIA ground beetle, I think. It was attacking the vehicles, but it wasn't actually. I just thought it was. I was trying to run it over, I guess, with the walker, but it didn't quite work. Come on, Bellum, just finish this battle. Just need to take down one more. Is that a... What is it called? I don't know. It's a Confederacy Gladiator Pit or something like that. There we go. We took it down. Arena, not a pit. And we just need to search for, I think, a unit of B1s, probably. It was somewhere that I hadn't previously looked at. Oh, no, there was still a AAT. And a couple of B2s.
Turret constructing.
And in a second now, we're gonna win. I can actually see when we're gonna win, but I don't see how many minutes do we have still left. The Bull Ranker actually destroyed both of my turrets in the middle of the map. Those things are annoying. They're tough to kill, and they do a lot of damage. Now I'm just running around with the fastest thing that we got, saber tanks. Taking a look around the map, trying to find the leftovers.
Jedi is without fear.
I'm gonna send a couple of infantry to the middle because that's only what they can do. A couple of clones approaching. As you can see, they're losing health right there. And they found a couple of B1s. And we're gonna win. There we go. Episode 32 is gonna start with two small battles, which I like to call a one capital ship battle, because it's like I have one Venator and the enemy has got one Looker Hulk, so it's basically one capital ship to each side. I do have two dreadnoughts that I'm gonna use, certainly, but it's basically that. Now this is over Yavin, Yavin 4, and it's gonna be easy. A quick one, followed by another quick one, and then what really matters, the Battle of RAXUS Prime. Alright, enemy fighters are coming in. I don't know why I sent that fighter down there. I'm not really sure. I did say something in the video, but since I've got no audio recorded, I don't know. Where are you guys going? Oh, okay. I think I was like sending a couple of fighters to my back so they wouldn't attack me from behind. Something like that, I believe. And we are approaching the actual Looker Hulk, which is what we want to take down as soon as possible and as quick as possible, because I don't want him to run away. Well, of course, if we get the engine, it's done. I'm turning on the point defense laser system so we don't get shot by any rockets or torpedoes. And I'm focused on a satellite, an anti-fighter satellite. Jesus Christ, today it's really hard to speak. That was a satellite that it's no more. I guess I'm gonna speed up because there's no point in keeping fighting this. I have a couple of fighters back there. That was my idea, probably. I don't understand, but that was. And point defense laser systems are on every single dreadnought. There are only two though, and I hope we do not get shot by any torpedoes. Is the engine down? I think it is. Yeah, the engine on the Looker Hulk is down, so we just need to wait until it gets destroyed. It's not gonna take long. A Venator, I think it's enough to take down a Looker Hulk. But dreadnoughts are just to make sure it's gonna go down. They're pretty good if you don't want to get shot by proton torpedoes and missiles. And the Looker Hulk has missiles, which is good now. It's going down in a second. There we go. Bam. Just need to finish the fighters, and there's one getting away. No, we won. Now it's the Battle of Dathomir. It's again just a 1-to-1 capital ship fight. Oh, actually not. They don't have a Looker Hulk or a capital ship, but I think I have a Do they have a local hog? No, no, they don't. They do have a recursive destroyer, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, there it is. A couple of anti-fighter ships, and yeah, just it. Just that. Again, I have a Venator and 2 dreadnoughts. We're gonna try to focus on the engine. It won't get away. There we go. It's stopping now. And we're just gonna finish it. It's gonna be actually even faster than a local battle. Or maybe not. I thought that was the entire enemy fleet, but it isn't. There's still some stuff we need to destroy. What? I don't really know. I don't remember. There is a satellite, 2 satellites. 3 satellites, Jesus. 4 satellites. My god, that's... I think I'm gonna build that later. Oh, I know what they have. They have a couple of... What are those called? The hammer picket and the...
Constructing.
It's a patrol craft, I think. Patrol droid craft. Something like that.
Started. Building.
The one that looks like the
Constructing.
landing craft of the droids. And they're gonna hyperspace. I won't be able to destroy any other ships. Now we are going into the battle over RAXUS Prime. I just wanted you guys to take a look at the freaking huge fleet over Caton and Modia. Look at that! It is amazing. I don't want to fight that. I really don't want. But now let's go into RAXUS Prime. There we go.
Battle imminent.
Space Station level 3. A couple of tri-droids, I think. Yeah, just that. Nothing much. But it's a long battle. I'm just seeing here that it's a long battle. RAXUS Prime is something blah 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 blah. I can't read it, it's too small. I'm trying to increase the size of the... There we go. A little bit better. Now, I was gonna take a look at this. I think it's the space station in RAXUS Prime or something like that, because it's so cool. And there's a huge debris. Oh, and Sputnik, the satellite, it's right there. I don't know how I found it, but I did. It's a cool little Easter egg that they put there. I don't know how I could find it, like there in the middle of the mess. And that one is I don't remember. But the Sputnik is so cool. I think that's how I pronounce it, Sputnik? Or is it just Sputnik? You don't say the T? Well, I don't know. I think it's Sputnik, yeah. Whatever, the planet is beautiful. RAXUS Prime is beautiful from above, but when you get to the ground, oh god, it's so bad. It's basically a... How can I say? It's basically... I don't know, it's basically a place full of garbage. And I was trying to take a cool screenshot right there. There we go. It didn't quite make to the thumbnails, but it was a cool one anyway. I'm gonna start to bring in the reinforcements. Obviously, many Venators. That one was cancelled because it was dumb. There we go. Look at that battle line. It's amazing. I'm gonna call some more, and I just wanted to see. Oh, look at that! It's just, it's a perfect line, and not really, but it's a line. Aye, aye, Captain. We're gonna move forward and attack the enemy base. Just getting the fighters out of the ships and the bombers too. I think I'm not gonna call in the acclimators. Look at the amount of bombers. I love that. I don't know if I'm gonna, split them in 2 squads, but I hope I do, because that would be really dumb if I didn't. We're gonna begin by engulfing them in the in the fighter cloud. Look at that, it's amazing. Freaking huge fighter cloud. Many are getting wrecked by the buzzroids. There we go. We've got 2 squads. We're gonna send one to the shield, and I guess the other squad is going to the hangar. Yeah, that's it. And there's yeah, I got 3 squads actually. The other one is going to the other hangar on the other side of the space station. There's a Techno-Union frigate approaching from the left. Doesn't really matter. It's not that strong. And their shipyard is taking a lot of damage. As soon as Aventor's getting in range, it's going down. There we go. There are 2 Techno-Union frigates. Wow. We're gonna beam it. Beam it. There we go. And I think we're gonna beam it again. Oh, I think there were 3 beams. I don't know. I guess just 2. There we go. Another one on that frigate. And what else? Are we done? Yeah. It's gonna go down. It's taking serious damage. And it's down. Now we are going to invade the planet of RAXUS Prime. I don't know if the humans are on our side. And they do have Jawas. That's really cool. The Jawas, they go to the planets that they have salvage. They can salvage stuff and use. And as you can see, it's a pretty ugly planet. There are ashes, maybe from volcanoes, I don't know, or just from the burning of garbage. But there are ashes flying everywhere, and as you can see, there's a lot of pieces of junk floating on the planet. I don't understand. It's like there's no gravity, but you know, my units just stay on the ground. They don't float, so I guess there is. This is gonna be a long battle. It's gonna take 2 episodes. Not, you know, it's not gonna be 2 episodes long, like 1 hour battle. I'm saying that I'm gonna start in this episode and I'm gonna end in the next one. So if you want to check the end of this battle, make sure you check episode 34, which is gonna be right after this episode 33. Again, these are just highlights. If you want to see the entire episodes, you have to check episode 35, because that's gonna be the first one we're gonna have after having these highlights video. Now, I'm gonna begin exploring the planet with the scout walkers. I just found some artillery guns, and I'm blowing up those. I don't know what they are, but they do. Yeah, I took a lot of damage. I just wanted to, you know, destroy the artillery guns. There's some kind of explosive barrels. I don't know. Again, as always, a lot of artillery guns. We're gonna take them down. The ATRTs are great to do that. There we go, another one down. Now we're gonna search for more. And in the left, you can see a red ship taken down. That's a Republic ship, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, there we go. Wow, more HAGs. Heavy artillery guns. Now, B2s are approaching. They're gonna be harder to take down. I think I'm not gonna be able to, so I'm gonna run away. On that side too, a couple of B2s, they just wrecked my ATRT. And we're gonna try to run them over with the saber tanks. Both ARC troopers are gonna go help the ATRTs on the left. And that one should run away. I don't know why it's fighting. Now the problem is the saber tanks won't be able to run them over because they're too close to the walls, I guess. Or maybe not. Or maybe yes, I don't know. Well, I'm running away with them, so it didn't go quite as I planned. Now we're gonna go straight to the reinforcement point. We're gonna take it and call in more. Well, we just had 80 APs to call in, so 80 APs. Another artillery gun. Those things are everywhere.
Unit destroyed.
Now let's cap it.
Unit destroyed.
We have a lot of units being destroyed. ATRT, Saber Tank. But we are destroying their forces too, so no problem. Now let's speed up, take the point. As soon as we can, we're gonna call in more reinforcements. Drop some mines right in front of the beaches. They're gonna move forward, and there we go. Now just take them down. There we go, reinforcements on the way.
Maximum unit capacity.
Or just one. Wow, that was a bummer. Thought there would be more reinforcements. I remember saying that in the battle.
Point contested.
Where to find the enemy base? It's probably on the right side of the map, as you can see. They have a bunch of AATs, and I dropped a... Oh, that one is stuck right there, and so it's gonna die. But I dropped a bombing run right on top of them. I don't know if it worked really good, but a couple of tanks were taken down, I'm sure. There we go, just running over some people. And let's check again this side, see what we've got. Again, artillery guns and AATs, they don't seem to be noticing me, so I'm just running away and injure their base. Well, I was gonna run into their base, but we just found out that they have AAT tanks and a light factory, which brings more and more AATs as long as it is standing. So it's a must to be taken down. Let's jump a little bit into the future, I guess, because it's gonna take a while. So let's jump into... Is that the moment? I guess, yeah, that's the moment. We're gonna step into this point here while we're moving in the ARC troopers straight to the fight. There we go, killing some people and getting closer and closer to their base. And that's the back of an X-Wing, I just noticed there. I don't know if that's actually an X-Wing, because I don't think they were invented or created until that, until the Civil War. And now my men are shooting the ground, so I'm gonna bombing run them. And the artillery is just wrecking my men. I gotta run away. Oh, artillery is going to land any second now, but they are getting away.
Unit capacity.
So it's annoying. There we go. Couple of casualties, that's good. In a second or so, I think I'm gonna move the walkers in, all of them, and the base will be ready for the taking. On it, sir. Again, it's a cool map, but it's kind of hard to see in the surface. There we go, more BGs, but we've got some ARC troopers. Well, not they can't deal with AATs. They can, but not alone. Episode 34 is gonna start where we left, which is still the Battle of RAXUS Prime. We didn't win on the last episode, so let's continue to fight over this planet and maybe get control over it. Yeah, why not? We got some walkers still alive, and we're gonna move them into their enemy base. There we go. Alright, what's left to destroy? I'm not sure. A couple of assault tanks still working and shooting us. So we gotta deal with them before we destroy any structures. Or maybe not. If we destroy the factories, they won't have any more of those tanks. So makes sense. There we go, it's right there. Just need to shoot one more time. Come on. There we go. It's down. And we're gonna bring in reinforcements. So in a second or so, again, we're gonna win. It's not gonna take long. Put some mines on the ground and use the EMP burst. They died anyway. And I'm gonna use the bombardment. Bombardment incoming! There we go. That was a direct hit on the top of the AAT, so there was no point in fighting back. Now I'm getting a little bit pissed because they don't die. And they won't stop bringing more AAT, so I'm gonna try to destroy the light factory in a second. There we go. We did lose the walkers, but that's because I wanted to finish the structures before finishing the units. Now, if we bring in 4 ATAPs, let's see what's happening on the base. Nothing is happening on the enemy base. Just as I pointed there was a. What's that? Oh yeah, droid works. Droid factory, I think. They're sending in more and more B1s because that's what they have. So I'm gonna approach from the entrance, really? Yeah, from the entrance. Okay, no problem.
Let's go.
And if possible, just destroy the last structure and the last units. And win the battle. There we go. Now, wow, there's a lot of AAT tanks. I did call in a bombardment, not a bombardment, but a bombing run, and it's gonna fall any second now. There we go, a little bit of a cinematic camera. As you can see, some B1s got destroyed. I'm not gonna call in the walkers because we're done already. That's it. There we go, we won. Now we're gonna fight over the wheel, which is just an asteroid, I think. Yeah. No, it's an asteroid cloud or something like that. I don't know. Oh, there's a base right there. Whatever. We do have the entire fleet, but since I only wanted to hyperspace with one Venator, we just had one Venator in the beginning. It's not gonna say like that. There are freaking 34 no, not 34. I forgot the number, but there were many waves of tri-droids. Jeez, tri-droids. There are many of them. They're good at fighting against my fighters, but we got a lot of ships. They're gonna be taken down in no time. So do not worry. Acclimators coming in. More fighters to the party. More fighters coming out of the Venators. And wow, it's gonna be a party. Now they're attacking me. They went all offensive with 3 Munificent class frigates and a Techno unit, 2 Techno unit frigates. I think they thought that I only had one Venator because, you know, I began with only one Venator. So you can see that right now they're trying to run away, but I'm not gonna allow that. I'm gonna try to take down the engines and as soon as I can the ships. That one is going away. I mean, the engine is down, but it's still moving away. I didn't yet lose a single Venator, which is good. And there's not a lot of damage, I guess. Now more tri-droids are incoming. But we do have 79 V-Torrent fighters, which is not something to throw away. And wow, that's a lot of bombers too. We're gonna focus on the shield, I guess that was the shield. And I'm probably gonna split them. I don't know now. I don't really know. Okay. I'm moving back this Vanator because it's taking some damage. And I really don't want it to be destroyed. Not that it would, but you know, it's most likely that it would. Another, it's Space Station level 2, but I think the Munificent class frigates there came with the garrison fleet. I mean, not the garrison fleet from the space station, but the garrison fleet from the AI, from the separatist AI. And there was a civilian freighter sneaking in through my Vanators for some reason, which is annoying because if they get killed, I have to pay. And I don't want to pay. It's not like I don't have money, but I don't want to pay. And the space, I mean, the background space it is a little bit weird in this map, but you can't see most of the time, only when I use the battle cam. They have a couple of transports behind us somehow. I don't know why they got there or why they're going there. And they're gonna run away or try to run away with what they've got left. Not anything, not much. Yeah, that engine is down. I just want to take the engine down on the other Munificent class. And that other one too, because both have their engines. And it's beaming the ship right now. It's really cool. Or maybe not. Is it beaming the ship? I don't know. I thought it was the... Oh, yeah. The Munificent class frigates, they do have the points defense laser system, so that could be it. And that's a technical unit frigate getting away. Now it's the battle of... what was it? I forgot. I gotta take a look now when the battle starts. ROCHE Asteroids. There we go. This is gonna be a big battle. It's gonna be a hard one. I thought it was gonna be easier, but I made a couple of mistakes, so it's gonna be sort of sad. Not really sad, like in a way of, oh my god, I got wrecked. I lost everything. You're gonna have to restart the campaign. No. It's just that it's sad. Alright, I got a technical unit. No, that's a RAXUS destroyer. Sorry there. And it's fighting against the Vanator. That's basically it. There isn't much I can say. It's gonna try to, you know, broadside me, and of course, it's gonna lose its engine because they love to kill the engines. And that guy there is gonna try to run away. It's not gonna work. And if you have noticed, that Munificent class is taking damage because it's in the middle of an asteroid field. So if you have a bigger ship, like I think bigger than a frigate, you can already take damage while standing in the middle of a asteroid field. So yeah, that's why it's taking damage, meaning it will be destroyed in any moment. I mean, 2 Vanators shooting it, it's not gonna take long. Alright, what else? I'm calling in more Munificent class down. I'm thinking about calling reinforcements to the left side. I thought it would be the most smart decision, or the smartest decision, not the most smart. That sounds weird as hell. And the technical unit frigate, it's in the middle of the asteroid field, but I think it's not big enough to take damage. And it's without a shield, without an engine, so it's not gonna run away. Or is it? I don't know. And since I noticed that they were trying to run away with their transport ships, I just threw a couple of Vanitors right on top of them, so they would be scared. Like, you're in the middle of a transport operation, and then suddenly, BAM! A Vanitor right in front of you. That would be scary as hell. I mean, there are a couple that are trying to get away. They're not gonna get away. I'm gonna let you guys take a look at the casualties from both sides in the end. It's not a beautiful fight. I'm still on the borders of the space station. I mean, far enough so they won't shoot us, and far enough so I won't shoot them. But that's not the problem. It's that it's surrounded by asteroid fields. So if I move any of my Vanitors into those, I'm gonna get a lot of damage. Not what I want, really. I don't want to lose a Vanitor for a asteroid field. That would be annoying and irritating. So, since it's not gonna happen, there we go. Munificent class being taken down. What else? Droid carrier right there. It's still in the middle of the... I don't know if it's taking damage. I don't know if the carrier is big enough to take damage. I know that the recursive destroyer is. And me? I'm gonna start moving the... Yeah. Sometimes I don't understand my strategies because... For example, if you ask right now, what am I doing? Well, I would say me, I am just, you know, I don't know. I'm just sending the fighters, I guess. Because I have a lot of Vanitors just at the back of the battle not doing anything. And now we're gonna make a huge mistake, which is calling a Vanitor to the battle from back there, so it will just go through the asteroid field, which is really dumb. I don't know why it did that. And we did call in more Vanitors to the right side. We're gonna start calling the acclimators, I guess, because I did notice that we're taking a lot of damage on the first ship right there. So I'm trying to beam everything that I can. There we go. Frigate at your disposal. They don't have bigger ships. I mean, that's the recursive destroyer. But, you know, they have the most... The... Patrol crafts? Patrol frigate? Patrol... What is it called? I don't know. I think it's a patrol ship. Just that. It's anti-fighter. So, it's not much. Do not need to worry about that. There we go. I'm gonna call them in. I'm gonna send them straight to the battle. That one is gonna try to run away. It's kind of surrounded because my freaking ships don't go and help it. So it's surrounded by 2 Munificent class, a recursive destroyer, and many fighters. So that Vanitor is gone, which is annoying. I hate that. It's beaming the ships, but it's gonna go down. I'm trying to send my other Vanitors, but they won't move. It's some kind of bug because of the Vanitors, so the movement is kind of weird. And I don't know how that recursive destroyer got behind us. Sometimes I don't know where those ships come from. I don't want to lose more, because that one Vanitor was quite enough to be taken down. And the other one is, again, in the middle of the fight, so it might be taken down. I don't know. There you go. Look at that. The shield is just going away. If that Vanitor gets blown up, I'm not gonna be happy. And that one is surrounded again. There we go. So I'm just stopping my ships and sending the rest of the Vanitors that were in the back to the actual fight, so they won't get, you know, their friends destroyed, because they won't help. Now I'm starting to bring in the acclimators because I'm getting desperate. Not desperate because it's too drastic to say desperate, but I mean, I'm taking casualties. 2 Vanitors have gone down already. Yeah, there we go. Right there. Another one went down. So, 2 casualties right now. There's another one with not a lot of health. Many only have their shields, only have their health, no shields, like that one I'm selecting. That one is still alive and well, and the acclimators are on the back, dropping some fighters. I'm gonna start sending my fighters to take down their hangars and whatever else they need. Maybe the shield generator would be a good idea. There we go, fire all batteries. There is a... I'm stopping all the ships because I don't want them to get any closer. Otherwise, I'm gonna start losing more and more ships. They're bringing in more Techno-Union frigates. I guess it's because of the hangars and because of the garrison of the shipyard. So they will have endless frigates. Not good. It's a space station level 4, which is pretty big. It has got some Techno-Union frigates, some patrol crafts, and what else? Hammer pickets maybe, and fighters of course, as always. And look at that! I just noticed that there's a freaking Vanitor in the middle of the asteroid field. The shield is going down. It's starting to take damage. I hope it gets out of there in time, because the health is going down and fast. I'm trying to send it out of there as fast as I can, but I simply forgot in the middle of the battle. There we go. I'm focusing on the hangar with all my fighters. There we go. How many? How much percent? Yeah, 10%. There we go. In, went down. Oh, 3%, 2%, 1% gone. There we go. The hangar is down. I think both are down. I'm not sure right now. Ha, it rhymed. But wherever. Now it's just a matter of shooting at the space station. At some point it's gonna be taken down and it will go to where it belongs, the asteroid field. There we go, we won. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope I've enjoyed this, different highlight thing. I'm not gonna have more of these, only if I do again this horrible mistake, but I hope I won't. So next episode, we're gonna have something different, another different thing. It's not gonna be highlights. So if you want to see a 1-hour special on next episode, which is gonna be Order 66 episode, please get this video to 100+ likes. And I think that's it. Ciao, ciao.